gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, this is Justin from the State Line Sinners over here in the UK, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Hell yeah.
Hi, this is Jeff James.
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
And you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Yo, Cleveland and beyond, what's up? I see Avoid Dead sitting down there in the green room.
Oh, man,
you hear me,
everybody's
guys?
here.
Hell yeah. All right.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Great opening, wasn't it, Jim?
Those three songs were really good. Wow, that first band from Ireland. Boy, they know how
Shadows
to
Calling.
produce a song.
Yeah, that was kick butt.
And then song 2, Rising Fall, that was...
Hell on My Chest.
Well, we have 3 good songs. And finally, we have Day's End is the song by True Devil.
Yeah. What, you like that, huh?
I liked them all.
It was very cool. Guys, hear everything good out there? Brian McCabe's like, all I hear is music. There's no talking. That's because we have it muted while we play the tunes, man.
Maybe we need a sign up there where there's no talking yet.
No talking during the music.
And that goes to you, too.
That's right. So welcome back, Outlaws. It's Sunday night in the podcast biz. We're coming at you live from Cleveland.
And we're happy to be here. We survived another week. It's maybe things are looking up a little bit, Jeff, for us.
Yeah, I think we did survive another week. Well, get ready to pull up those granny panties because we have one hell of a show tonight. Tonight we have joining the show at 8 o'clock, not too far from now, Avoid Dead from Spokane, Washington.
Wow.
Very cool. You see him down there?
I do.
The devil horns there.
They're ready to go.
Very cool. Also, and that's happening at 8. Also, we have music by Crypt Kicker. You heard Shadows Calling, Awaiting Abigail, The Rising Fall, Stone of Contortion, 12-Gauge Confessional, and you heard True Devil just a minute ago.
Great stuff there, Jeff.
Jim has the shenane. What do you have for us, Jim?
We have more about Elon Musk, talking about Doge a little bit, and maybe some other stuff too. We interject our comments in this stuff. It's Wikipedia, and they're so biased. It's hilarious.
Well, it's probably going to go off the rails like it always does, Jim. Right?
Far right. Everything was far right,
Far out, baby. Also, tonight we're going to do a paranormal segment. We're going to talk about the music of Charles Manson and Anton LaVey. Charles Manson, as you know, is the psychotic killer, and Anton LaVey is the founder of the Satanic Church.
Jeez.
Should be pretty good. And also I have a rant about the military in L.A. And a shout out to you guys. Tony out there, right? Rock and roll. He served in the Army too. So we're going to talk about Army stuff.
Okay.
All right, cool. You ready to get rolling, Jim?
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff to get ready for.
Tactical nuke incoming!
All right, so Outlaw Radio is going through some growing pains. We're going to need to get some new equipment, some new lights coming up soon. Our first year ends in October, and if we want to continue this fun little enterprise, we have booked guests all the way till September. Some incredible guests from the paranormal realm. We have witches, we have demon seers, we have celebrity psychics, we have investigation teams, some otherworldly guests, and Jim has a special announcement. We're going to say it right now. Who did you get to come on our show, Jim?
At the past few months, I'm watching you get all these great people on the show, and I'm thinking, I want to do that too. So I just put on my thinking cap a couple weeks ago and thought, you ready, folks? I want Mark Farner on the show. Well, folks, he's going to be on the show.
Sweet.
July 10th.
And who is Mark Farner? For all the
Mark
little
Farner, Grand Funk Railroad, came out in the 60s, closer to home, all kinds of good stuff. Aimless Lady, tons of stuff. What's that big one? I'm your captain, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, big entertainer. We're going to sit down and talk to him for an hour on Thursday, July 10th, correct?
That is right, at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock p.m. I can't wait. It's going to be fantastic.
And he has the greatest publicist. She is so nice. I made a phone call a couple weeks ago, and I got back. She got back in like 2 days, 3 days, and she apologized for taking so long. And I let her know yesterday that, she sent a list of what times were available, what dates, and I finally sent the reply yesterday letting her know July 10th would be good. And she got right back again as usual with more
sweet
information. And
You know what's cool about that, Jim? And this is cool for you guys out there when you start to make connections in the music business and you start talking to like producers and legendary people. We get their phone numbers, we get their cell phones, we get their home numbers,
Yeah.
we get their emails. We could actually like call these people, and it blew my mind when, for me, because when we had Rudy Sarzo on, he's like your Mark Farner. For me, Rudy Sarzo was like what I grew up with, listening to metal and stuff. And when I saw his home number, and then we got Joe Vitale's home number, I just looked at Jim. I was like, this is crazy, man.
they must do their work or something. They
So
must have
freaking
vetted
crazy.
us somewhere along the line, if that's the right word. They just can't take it. Anybody could just call, hey, I want you on a show, and you don't even have a show maybe. So, I did say, we're a relatively small podcast. We're just starting, but we're getting some good people. We got Rudy Sarzo, and I don't know, maybe I just said Rudy. I don't think I even said Sarzo, because how can she not know, being a publicist,
Yeah,
who these musicians are? And I don't know if she checked us out or whatever, but boy, oh boy, that's just fantastic to have this opportunity to talk to Mark Farner.
Yeah, it's super cool. So talking about that, we've done a ton of work getting out the shorts for the promo videos that we do with, like, we'll have one for Mark Farner. Being done right now is Brooks. We're having a special one done for that. And then Crypt Kicker. So every time we do interviews, we're going to try, especially Avoid Dead, we're going to try to get a section of our interview into a short that we're going to put on YouTube, and then we're going to boost it and really get it out there to everybody. We've been doing some boosting on some stuff, and on other stuff we've been working on different streaming platforms and getting it out there. And I'll give you a number. We're just under 5,000 views for last week, and that's across the board on all the platforms.
We're starting to get there.
Yeah, we're starting to really get out there.
And if you don't boost, then you're not going to happen, I guess. You don't pay, you don't play.
Yeah, you got to get out there in front.
That's all
of
there is
people.
to it. They put you at the very bottom, unless you give them $1 a day. For $1, that ain't bad, is it? Or so.
It's pretty good, and the more you pay, the more views you get, and the more people are looking at your stuff, and I guess that's what you need to do. So Jim has a list of people that he would like to thank that are on the show right now that are commenting. I would like to say hello to Cindy, and I see you on Facebook, and I just wanted to say hi to you. Go ahead, Jim.
Hi, Cindy. Oh, yeah, let's see. Tracy. Thank you, Tracy, for being on. I think
you,
Tracy's
Tracy.
from Boston, Massachusetts. And we also have
Boston.
Diane Baker.
Diane Baker.
We played one of her songs last week, and I was in the
Hot
studio
stuff.
last week doing one of her songs with Eddie. And what's the name of that studio again?
Audio Works.
Audio Works. And we also have Michael Gill from Montana. Hi, Michael. Wonderful that you're watching us.
Montana, baby.
And we also have Brian McCabe. I forget where he's from. Maybe I didn't know. But welcome, everybody. Glad you're
Welcome,
here.
everyone. You get everybody? The Rising Fall, Matt Gutka,
Oh, okay, Matt. Hi, Matt.
King Ern. And where's King Ern from? It's Monday where he's at right now.
Oh, he's from Germany?
Berlin, Germany.
Can you believe that? We have a listener from Berlin. Do we have any from Cleveland right now other than our normal ones, great fans? No, not really.
Well, Cleveland, we got Diane Baker's on. We
Yeah.
got Matt Gutka and Michael Gill. He says hello. Hey, Michael, where are you from? Are you from Cleveland? I don't know. There's just so much stuff. Also, I don't know if you know this, Jim. Today is the 25th anniversary of the Beachland Ballroom.
Well, what do you know? I guess doing the math, that's 2000 then.
I do get on here and I do tear apart some venues. But I will say this, Beachland Ballroom, I've played there. We played in the bar. I do have a story about that, but it would be tearing them apart, so I'm not going to talk about it. But congratulations on 25 years. You do have a good venue.
That's really good.
I hope
Yes.
that the people that worked there when I played there are no longer there, though. I will say that. And I think it is under new ownership because I knew the guy at one time. And King Ern said, Diane, get a drink. 'Cause Diane said she needs a drink.
Diane needs one?
She needs some alcohol.
Oh, really?
Also, the Cleveland Music Awards has been moved to October, so get those emails ready to scam the system. It's a popularity contest. And I got a funny story for you. I'm not going to say all of it. Also, Johnny Rocker just jumped up on Facebook. Looking
Johnny.
at Facebook right now. So we could see the comments from YouTube. We just can't see the Facebook ones for some freaking stupid reason.
You should be able to with this setup, or not really.
Yeah, you should be able to, but for some reason I am unable to do so.
You've been trying.
And Brian's from Spokane.
Oh, okay.
Okay. How about we play another song, and then when we come back, we have something special for you. How's that sound, Jim?
Sounds really good. I wonder what that special thing is.
Something very special. Okay, so this is Stone of Contortion. This is a brand new song. This song is called Among the Living, and we'll be right back.
Okay. Wow.
Stone of Contortion, man.
Wow.
What do you think of that?
Tactical nuke incoming!
Cool fade out, isn't it?
Yeah, a heavy metal fade out. Don't they usually just end most of them?
Yeah, isn't that cool?
And then they had that one
Slow
middle
fade
part
out.
where it was just, I don't know, just totally different part that they threw in there. Pretty cool.
Then the female vocals that come up later in the song takes it in a whole different direction. So that's Stone of Contortion with Among the Living. Brand new song coming at us today. I liked it. Very
Good luck with that song. Yeah.
I think that's definitely going to be played on the show again. Hey, man, thank you guys for all the comments. There are so many to keep up with. But we're going into the show. We're going to do the paranormal segment. And, Jim, it's kind of cool to be on East 9th Street today, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Erie View Plaza.
Erie View Plaza.
Yeah.
Yeah, new studio. Also, Dave Polizzi from My Cleveland Project, for our new studio, he has a autographed picture and a T-shirt for us to put up on the wall.
Oh, great.
It's one of a few things that we do have on the wall right now.
He's been busy, hasn't he, with Joe?
Yeah, he's been super busy. Hey, Luke, thank you so much for coming out. Shout out to your brother Troy, the bass player from Avoid Dead. Very super cool, man. Thank you so much. So many people out there. All right. So, guys, I have something cool I want to do. This is the paranormal segment. Actually, you know what?
We have zombie pictures back here.
Zombie pictures
and
back there.
All this stuff to make it look kind of gothic.
Yeah, guys, I'll show you this. I don't think you guys have ever seen this. Check this out. That was our old paranormal segment that we had for Loud and Local. We're going to be switching over for Outlaw Radio. We have a new intro coming. It's in the works right now. Eddie's working on it. Damaged Inc. Has the song that we're going to use. We're going to be using the song Fallout. It's super cool. It's super epic and cinematic, and it'll be super cool. So we'll have a video that we'll be showing for our intro. You like that?
Nice soundtrack to that one.
Yeah, that was super cool. All right, so this is our paranormal segment, the music of Charles Manson and Anton LaVey. So I did not listen to Anton LaVey's music.
I haven't either yet. I want to now. I have an interest.
Yeah, I do have an interest too. I did listen to Charles Manson's music, and I'm not going to say I hated it. It's not my cup of tea, but it wasn't horrible. And surprisingly, the lyrics were pretty cool for a psychopath.
The Beach Boys had nothing to do with that particular track you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
Right.
So
that was just Charles Manson and who knows who else. So, okay.
So Charles Manson, not only a killer, but a lover of music, right?
It's very diversified.
All right, there are several recordings by Charles Manson and the members of his family. Remember the family?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. That have been released since Manson was indicted in late 1969 for the murders of Tate and LaBianca in the summer of 1968. Manson recorded several tracks. Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys covered one of those tracks, and unfortunately, just recently, Brian Wilson has passed away.
God bless his soul.
God bless his
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace.
So sad.
There we go. Did you like that? That's my days in Catholic Church. Okay, so the summer of 68, Manson recorded several tracks of Brian Wilson's home studio, but the recordings remain unheard to the public. The Beach Boys recorded one of Manson's songs, Cease to Exist. They retitled it later, Jim, called Never Learn Not to Love. And then they released it as a B-side of their single Bluebirds Over the Mountain in December of 1968.
Wow, I don't remember hearing that.
After a whole bunch of record labels pretty much refused to sign them, Kaufman, who was one of the guys that was part of the cult, raised $3,000 and pressed 2,000 copies of the album. It was called Lie, The Love and Terror Cult, Live at San Quentin, and The Way of the Wolf. Those were all 3 albums they put out. A short piece of spoken words by him also appears on a Greek private CD released by Anger Department. The acoustic album completion was recorded in 1980s by Henry Rollins of the Black Flag fame. Several bands and artists have covered songs written by Charles Manson, including Guns N' Roses, the Lemonheads, and Marilyn Manson. What do you think of that?
I did not know that.
You remember that song, Girl,
Wow.
You'll Be a Woman Soon, or something like that?
The
Girls
song-
Got Game, or something like that. I think that was
I
the
don't
song that Avoid Dead said they loved the Beach Boys. Yeah, they loved Charles Manson.
Wow.
All right, so anyway. All right, so Anton LaVey, right? He's the founder of the Satanic Church and a lover of music as well. Anton LaVey was an accomplished keyboard performer and also at times a composer. He enjoyed playing accompaniment for his friends who would be willing to sing along on his pioneering album, The Satanic Mass. Was the first authentic recording of the Church of Satan ritual, premiering spoken text from his soon-to-be-published The Satanic Bible. He played the pipe organ, Jim. Did you know that?
The pipe?
Pipe organ. I knew a girl who played my pipe organ
Oh, I'm
pretty
sure
well.
you did.
I'd love to name her right now. Okay.
What was it, like the Minute Waltz or something?
The Minute Waltz. The 2-Minute Man.
So who has a pipe organ hanging around or sitting around in their backyard or whatever? How do you get a pipe
Man,
organ?
I know.
What is a pipe organ? Do you find them in churches?
That's just like the whole conversation we had about percussion. Like, how do you practice percussion? How do you practice the pipe organ unless you're in like a cathedral?
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be using a pipe organ in your house. The whole neighborhood would hear it.
I guess you just use that little Casio, they used to have.
Hook it up to a Marshall. Okay, that's fantastic. All right, so Strange Music is an album by Anton LaVey, released in 1994 through Amarillo Records. Tracks include Thanks for the Memory, Strange Music, Temptation, Start the Day Right, One for My Baby, and One for the Road. I think that song's about Roadhead. The Year of Jubilee and Gloomy Sunday. Music recorded by Anton LaVey was originally released by Amarillo Records. They have never mind. Forget that word.
Subsequently,
Thank you so much, Jim.
that's okay.
I'm dyslexic.
License.
Yeah, I got that one. Licensed Reptilian Records to release all of these works on their anniversary label.
See, I am paying attention at times.
He's my technical
You haven't heard the
expert.
doorbell lately, have you?
Oh, wait, I'll go find that one. The original releases were Strange Music, 10-inch. A 10-inch album? Did they have 10 inches then?
I don't know.
My girlfriend
Didn't-
did.
Aerosmith have a big 10-inch.
Aerosmith did have the big 10-inch.
Was there any kind of? Does it have a little bit of a double meaning there? You think, or was
Yeah.
that just totally coincidental?
I heard the rumor that he wasn't 10 inches.
Yeah,
I heard he was actually pretty small.
10 centimeters.
10 centimeters. All right, so Satan Takes a Holiday was another CD, which I love that one. Satan Takes a Holiday.
So wait, we could hear his music on YouTube, probably, right? I mean,
Yeah, you definitely can hear his music.
Well, I guess I'm gonna be when I go to bed tonight. I'll go to sleep to that nice music.
Are you sure you want
Sweet
to?
dreams.
Remember what happened last time when we had the Aleister Crowley thing and all the lights were flickering and we had all the craziness happen on the computer?
Vaguely.
Yeah. We had a true supernatural thing happen. Okay, also on the album is the Battle Hymn of the Apocalypse. Now check this out. Hotel California by the Eagles is often discussed in relation to LaVey and the Church of Satan due to some of the lyrics, themes present in the song, which have been interpreted as reflecting some of LaVey's philosophies. I kind of wish that when we had Joe Vitale on, we could have asked him about Hotel California and if he knew anything about Anton LaVey.
Why am I thinking it would be the big? I don't know what you're talking about. I bet.
Yeah.
That's just my guess.
We already got that.
You know what lyrics in California? I mean, I don't know them all by heart right now, but I remember all those lyrics, listening to every line. I don't notice any weird message in any of the songs lyrics,
No.
but they're going to have to point that out.
All right, guys. So as you know, we did the interviews with Rudy Sarzo. We did Eddie Temecco, who works over at AudioWorks. And then we also did Joe Vitale. So check these out.
So right before I recorded Speak of the Devil with Ozzy, I got a call from Kevin that same week and says, hey, Roots, wanna come down there's a possible record deal, and how would you like to come down and record Thunderbird as a tribute to Randy? And I say, sure, of course, and it's Randy had just passed away a few months before. This is September, and Randy passed away March 19th. And so that was a very special 8 months before I joined Ozzy. I moved in with Kevin and started playing in Dubrow. So I was very familiar with a lot of the songs, and also the songs that wind up on the Metal Delph record. Again, I'm still a member of Ozzy. I go down there and record, so I tracked Thunderbird really quickly, and then the producer says, listen, we got a few hours left. Do you remember any of the songs?
Pretty cool, right?
Good job.
Very
That
cool. So
one.
check this one out.
He said he wanted to do something different, and he was, it was quite a heavy load on him in the James Gang, because he was the lead guitar player, rhythm guitar player lead, and the lead singer. He wrote most of all the songs, and he wanted to, expand a little bit. Get a funny story, real quick. This was October, and so he said, you go ahead and give Ted your notice, and I did, and Ted was awesome about it. He just said, oh, that's great, you guys will be a good band. He was real sweet about it, and so I go home, and my girlfriend at the time, now my wife of over 50 years, she said, you what? You quit Ted Nugent?
How could you do that?
And I said, no, but you don't understand. I said, Joe Walsh and me are we're gonna be in a band together. She goes, you believed him? And so
That was a super cool interview, right?
That was great.
Guys, that was Joe Vitale. And here, check this one out. This is Eddie Temecco.
I was raised that way. My whole family was. And all my brothers and sister, we want to help people, in whatever field we're in. I get the job done. I get it done fast, People enjoy working with that type of behavior in any kind of business, When your goal isn't about how many hours you're going to do, it's going to be how good is our recording going to sound, and if we can save money doing it, this is amazing. And if the experience is good for the bands and the artists, I'm all about it, And I spend time on the recordings outside of the booked studio time, just because I want to hear it sound better. So I'm going to do this little bit of work here, a little bit there, just to get it closer to the finish line. And they all appreciate it, which is amazing.
And guys, that's Eddie Temecco over at BVS. And here's one more for you. Now, BVS is our sponsor. They handle doing all of our short stuff for YouTube. Any specific stuff we want to do, shows, we can go to them, and they're super creative. They have an AI lab. They've got some really great people work for them. Eddie handles the videography, and he also does all the studio work. So check this out. This is Dan Portik. He's the marketing director of BVS.
Everybody in our facility is a musician, so we know the importance of what the people are going through with being a musician, and the importance of it. Eddie, our main person he has his own studio, right in our studio, a full 24-track, beyond Pro Tools system, everything you could want for a studio. And he's worked with some pretty big players, and he's had a great run with that. So between that and the marketing capabilities, we can pretty much really develop a package for a musician or an artist or any group that can get you in front of the right people, at least in a very professional way. So I guess that's where we come into play with that.
What do you think of that, Jim?
Well, I thought they were all great bits, and Eddie, you know what he was talking about, how he likes to work, you know, with a lot of respect with everybody, have a method, and he does things quickly. That is so true. I've been there a few times, and if I blink, I'll miss something. You know, what do you mean you've already got that? Oh, okay, I just copied and pasted it. Whatever. I don't even think you call it that, but he is very efficient and knows what he's doing.
You guys like the new direction with all the music in the beginning? I didn't mean to hit that one.
No, that was the wrong one.
It was the wrong button.
Anybody home?
It happens, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So very soon, we have a Void Dead coming on. What we're going to do is I'm going to play a song, and then we're going to get set up for those guys, okay?
Sounds
That's
good.
what we're going to do. They're in the green room. I see them right now. We'll be pulling them in less than 10 minutes. And I do have something I want to show prior to going to this song. And this is for you guys at Avoid Dead. Check this out. This is kind of funny. You guys excited? This is Awaiting Abigail with I Hate You.
No one
guys excited out there? You guys excited? I'm about to ready to bring the zombies in, Jim.
Are you?
Here we go.
Okay. Bring up the level here.
Gotta bring up the level for you guys. Let's make sure we got it nice and loud.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
We can hear you perfectly.
Hey, how's it going?
Avoid Dead in the house.
Hey, look at all of them.
Look at all you guys. And there's the little monster right there.
Baby zombie.
Baby zombie. Aren't those guys creative? Super
Not
cool,
bad,
right?
Not bad. It's a little hissy, though. I wonder why.
Did you say I'm a little sissy?
No, the sound is a little hissy. No, that was a good one, though. Haha.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right, so guys, the concept of zombie apocalypse is a common one in fiction, exploring themes of social collapse, survival of nature of humanity, fictional undead creatures often depicted as reanimated corpses, typically through magic or supernatural means, or in modern interpretations like infectious disease or scientific experimentation. They are often portrayed as having a relentless hunger for human flesh, lacking consciousness or free will. The concept of zombies comes from Africa with the folklore of voodoo. In Haitian voodoo, zombie refers to a person brought back from the dead by a voodoo sorcerer to act as a slave. Common theme in zombie fiction is the zombie apocalypse, where a rapid, widespread outbreak of zombies leads to the collapse of civilization. Tonight, the dead army is out of their graves, walking the earth in search for brains of the living, setting their sights on a new album, a new studio, creating more dead themes to rock out to. We have played Radio Down, Soldier On. We've told the stories of the military collapse. And tonight, we finally meet the band, see and hear why these guys are absolutely killing it in Spokane, Washington. The band consists of Levi Ray, guitar Jason Wise, drum Sam Meese,
Bass guitar.
Troy Sanders, also Army veteran, and guitar Adam Klinger. Welcome to the show, guys.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Great to have you tonight. Me and Jim love the zombie stuff.
Yeah, it is great.
We even set up our backdrop to a little bit of zombie fun.
A little bit of gothic stuff.
Oh, yeah,
for
looks
sure.
great.
All right, cool. All right, so welcome to Outlaw Radio, Void Dead. You guys are currently working on a brand new material in your new studio, right?
Yes, we are. Yep.
And tell us what zombie themes you're writing about.
You want to start, Levi?
Yeah, sure. So I've been trying to just make the lyrics fit in with the zombie theme, but also just veil in different metaphor to deal with different problems like dealing with anger and depression and alcoholism. And so it's cool to take the sort of zombie vibe, but then thread all of that into it as well.
Oh, super cool. And you also have a song that we were talking about earlier, me and Troy, about witches, correct?
Correct.
Coming
yes.
out soon. And
Yeah, which?
Witch. Jim, we were having a conversation about that. We have a show in August where we're bringing on a real witch.
I can't wait.
And I think that we should drop witch as part of that interview by them.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That would be super cool, right?
Oh, we love that, man.
All right, cool. When do you guys plan on releasing new music? For your fans and radio station podcasts around the world, when do you plan on getting all this new music out?
This summer.
Yeah. This summer, August, September.
Very cool. Are you going to be dropping them as singles every 8 weeks? Because I hear that's the way to do it these days.
Yeah, I think we want to start with a single. We sent one to you guys, The Virus.
Yeah, we're going to play that tonight for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Don't tell us about it yet, because that's my last question for you.
Right on.
All right. Also, you guys plan to put a music video out? Is that a thought?
It is a thought.
I would love to.
Yeah, we'd like to have that zombie theme. We're just trying to figure out which one we want to do first, either the zombie or the witch. The witch started the whole darn thing.
You know, the fantastic thing about AI these days is you can create a whole music video with nothing but AI. You could have zombies walking around, like how I do the photos and stuff. A lot of that's AI that we use. That's how you got the hospital one. That's how we got the rioters. And then when we put your song, I got another one. I'm not sure if you saw it last week, but I might add that BVS does some really good work and very affordable. If you guys ever go that route, they can create a whole thing for you. I know how creative you guys are.
Thank you.
We got a bunch
It's
of
a little
artists.
bit of a ride, though, from Washington to Cleveland, but...
Yeah, they work with a lot of international people where they do everything through email, too.
Oh, that's right, yes.
A lot of bands and stuff, so... Oh, I have a question for you. So we see Dina's posts everywhere on Facebook. Is she the general of the Dead Army?
Yeah, that's my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my mom.
She's the best.
Dude, she's awesome. I was telling Jim before the show, I'm like, have you ever seen her comments? She's everywhere. I'll put up a post, and as soon as I do, it's like, avoid dead. I'm like, don't worry, they're coming. We got them on a bunch of shows.
#1 supporter of the band.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, that's great when you have family like that.
Oh yeah, she can sell Satan the snow cone.
She sold me merch to my own band. I don't even know how it happened.
That's fantastic. Yeah, she said to me, she's like, yeah, I'll have to meet you sometime and buy some merch. I'm like, yeah, I'm way over on the other side of the state.
Road
She'll find a way.
trip.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll get to that, too. That's another question I have for you. All right, so you guys have some festivals coming up. You have Battle Vest, August 8th and 9th. Tell us about that one.
Yep, that one's in Richland in Washington State. It's the Battle Vest Fest, so it's like the biker look, so everybody's going to be wearing a vest. So it's kind of like a biker theme, but metal, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so we're excited to play that. We're going to be playing August 9th. So we got invited. There's like 58 bands on that one.
Holy cow, man.
Yep.
Do you already know what time you guys are going to be playing?
Yeah, we're on at, I think, 6:15, 6:20 on August 9th.
Man, that's a good time spot, isn't it?
Yeah,
Get up, get done early.
There's so many bands, they had to do 3 different venues. So first it was just one venue at Ray's Golden Lion, but now there's 3 different venues now because how many bands there are.
Wow, that's fantastic. And then you guys also have the 3rd annual Metal Mayhem happening on June 21st, where you're doing a Dress as a Zombie contest.
Oh yes, we're getting excited. That's one of the biggest venues in Spokane besides the arena. Do we want to show them a flyer on the thing?
Yeah, show us, man.
Yeah.
We're going to share a screen real quick.
Share a screen with you guys.
All right.
Doing everything off camera.
It's all good. And you're also, as far as the contest goes, you're going to be giving merchandise to a fan, right?
Yeah, we're going to try and point out 3 different fans throughout the set to meet us at our merch table after the show, and then we'll pick a winner there.
Oh, that's really cool. Isn't that cool, Jim? That's a great idea, isn't it?
That is.
We're just going to leave that up for the whole show, all right?
If you want, that's cool with you guys. It's cool.
So you said the Knitting Factory is one of the biggest venues besides the arena?
Yep. It's back in the day, it was a lot easier for the local bands to play there, but besides the COVID and everything else, the music scene got slow, but I feel like the local scene's coming back. Rock 94.5 has been promoting this Metal Mayhem here for the last 2 years, and they're trying to get the local scene to get stronger again, and invited us on this show.
That's really cool.
The Knitting Factory holds about 1,500 people, so super excited to play that.
It's a common theme around the country, I think. You're not the only slow market right now. I think Cleveland is trying to make a rebound, and many other cities, so you're not alone up there.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people that we bring on the show, we always ask them about their hometown. So since we're talking about it, tell us what the music scene's like in Spokane and give us a little history about how you guys fit into that music scene.
The music scene, I think it's starting to come back together. So I used to be part of the scene, like 20 years ago, and you could be able to play at different venues like 4 to 6 times a month. But nowadays you're lucky to even play once a month, because a lot of the music scene just went downhill and nobody was coming out. And I think this wasn't promoted properly. But I think it's coming back around because people need to get out and watch live music. That's just has to happen. So us being part of the scene and just everybody coming together, I think it's making it stronger, and everybody connecting. And social media has helped on that too.
That's cool. Did you guys have that went around the whole country, the pay to play scam? Did that happen in Spokane?
Yes, it did.
Yep. It happens to everyone.
Everywhere. It was like a disease.
Yeah.
Too bad. No, you actually get paid to play now properly and stuff. But all the venues and stuff went out a couple years. You know, like you said, they're coming back now, but a lot of venues went out. They couldn't hold the revenue, especially through COVID. And a lot of people weren't going out. But a lot of people are going out a lot more. I think sitting in for, 2 or 3 years like that kind of kicked them in the ass a little bit, go out and see some shows.
Yeah, you're right about that. A lot of people got content with sitting at home, and then, bands were doing shows like streaming. They would just set up a show like ours, but they would play live in their basement or something like that. You remember that, Jim?
Yeah.
Everybody was doing that. Then, people got complacent and didn't want to go out anymore. We have the same problem in Cleveland. Although Cleveland music scene for us is starting to come back as far as metal is concerned. It never went away as far as rock and roll and cover bands. That's always been a thing. But metal in Cleveland kind of faded out a little bit because we had the big boom in the 80s and 90s. And you're exactly right. When COVID hit, it kind of shut everything down. Right, Jim?
Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, it's cool that it's rising back up for you guys. It just takes more bands like you and other people to group together, make community, and get that stuff out there.
Help each other out. That's the only way it's going to happen. And people just need to get outside, man. They can't be stuck in their homes,
Yeah, you're exactly right about that.
How long is your set at that festival? Like 45 minutes or something?
Yep, pretty much that time set, around 40, 45 minutes.
Well, let's jump back for a second because I didn't get to ask you this question. How did Avoid Dead come about? And also, part 2 of that is, was zombies always the idea behind Avoid Dead, or how did you segue into that? Kind of give us a brief idea of what the band's all about.
Well, it all started, I was in another band called White Trash Romeo, you can see on the flyer. Basically, didn't work out in that band, and then I started looking over the internet for these fine gentlemen here, and we all just kind of hit it off together, and each piece in the puzzle came together between Adam, Sam, and Levi and Jason, and we all just clicked together and having fun together, and that's how it kind of started.
And it's kind of a spur of the moment thing too. So I saw Troy's post on a Facebook post, like speaking of like potentially getting a band or finding a drummer, and I was just like, it was just a spur of the moment thing on the newsreel. I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll just put it on there and see what's up. And sure enough, it just happened. And yeah, it's just evolved a lot, man. We've gone through a lot of singers, a couple guitar players, and it just finally kind of came together. The segue into the Avoid Dead thing is very interesting. It just happened. It's so weird.
Guys, did you see the comment from Luke Sanders? He said, "What type of metal is Avoid Dead?" What would you say to that?
Horror metal. I think we finally decided on melodic metal, right?
Yep, with a little horror background. Yep.
I wanted to say post-hardcore for a while, but it doesn't quite fit that either. I don't think so, no.
I think we're more melodic metal.
I think we're very different from
Post-apocalyptic metal.
Melodic metal.
Melodic metal, yeah, horror metal. Okay. I could see that too. Hey, here's another question for you, Troy. So since you have a background in the military and you do cover topics like the collapse and like the military zombie coup and stuff like that, do you use your background in the military to also add to the songs?
I do. I think between the Soldier On, the feeling of the weight of the war on soldiers. Really matches what we got going on, and I think the whole zombie theme was kind of built around war, and we kind of used the zombies as, part of the whole theme. Just the weight of war on the whole thing, and then some of the songs like Levi's saying, like Inner Demons is going to be coming out, just the inner demons inside you. It's a whole theme about the zombie apocalypse.
And it's never ending, man. There are so many topics you could do because, like, if you watch The Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead or any of the movies that are out there with zombies, there's so many topics. You'll be able to go forever, man.
Yeah, I think everybody just embraced it, and then it kind of fit with our music.
That's cool. All right, so here's one for you. So I hear that there might possibly be a tour involving the Rising Fall, or possibly even you opening for the Joe Davis Band in the future. Is there any truth to that rumor?
I haven't touched base with him, but we would sure like to, man.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
I think it's
you
cool.
guys got to come to Cleveland.
That was good news in and of itself.
Oh no,
Yeah.
just touching base with those guys in our chats and stuff. It would be cool if we got it together because we're friends with the Waiting Abigail too. We've been kind of watching this rise together on the social media.
Very cool. Well, we love Awaiting Abigail. We love the Rising Fall.
Yes, we
Joe
do.
Davis Band is super cool. You guys are super cool. We appreciate all the help and support. We really do like that a lot. And thank you for getting us played out there in Spokane, man.
Oh hell yeah, man!
Our
We love
pleasure.
spreading it around.
Very cool. All right, so you told us what the music scene in Spokane is like. Tell us now where you can hear Avoid Dead, and give us all your contact info for your Dead Army.
Go ahead, Levi.
You can listen to us on Spotify. We have our first 3 songs on there. Should have a 4th one hopefully soon. So follow us on Facebook for Void Dead.
We're on Instagram.
We should have a TikTok going up fairly soon, so no link to that yet, but soon.
All right, very
And SoundCloud.
Yeah, and also spread more rumors about us.
Oh, I definitely can do that, man. For sure. Want to spread some rumors about Avoid Dead?
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard Les Claypool was wearing an Avoid Dead T-shirt at his last show.
Oh yeah.
Someone told me that. Yeah.
That's a good one.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
No, what we need to do is we need to get some of your Avoid Dead shirts. So then when we do our exclusive interviews with these big artists, we'll send them your shirt and be like, hey, man, can you wear this next time you go out? Wouldn't that be
Hell yeah.
super cool?
That would be excellent.
Give
Thank
us
you.
your address. We'll send you some merch, man.
Yeah, man, we'll definitely do that. We'll send it over tonight after the show.
Good
Sweet.
idea there, Jeff.
Yeah, I love those ideas.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, so tonight we're going to play Virus. Now, is this song came over? It was marked for June. So is this a brand new song?
Yep, just finished it Friday night in the morning, 5 a.m.
Yep. Adam spent many hours over there trying to get it ready for you guys.
Very cool. I was looking for it. I'm like, oh man, I don't know if there's going to be a new one coming. I'm like, what am I going to play? I might have to play Radio Down again. And then all of a sudden I saw it and I was like, sweet.
I wouldn't let you guys down.
If you think about it, too, this would be actually one of your show exclusives as well.
Yes, it would be.
Make
And
the
then,
baby Jesus cry.
Okay. Luke Sanders didn't Trujillo follow Troy? Is that the bass player from Metallica, right? Does he
is.
follow you? Is that a rumor as well?
Good question.
Sounds true.
One day I Googled myself, and my name, Troy Sanders, is the same as the bass player in Mastodon. Did you guys know that?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, he
We're
plays bass.
gonna start rumors like crazy like this.
Did you hear Troy used to play bass for Mastodon?
Is that right?
Get out. I also heard that he may or may not have auditioned for Ozzy. That's a good one, too.
We don't know yet.
Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to play Virus, a brand new song from you. Give us a background on what the song's about, besides being a virus.
Yeah, so I would say the best way to describe it is if you have ever gotten really pissed off because someone told you you had an anger problem, then this song is for you.
Oh, okay.
Well, very cool. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining today's show, Outlaw Radio. We love you guys. Thank you for all the support. You heard it first. This is Avoid Dead with the Virus. You guys take it easy.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Rock on, man.
Take it easy.
Thanks, Jim.
Was that a little...
Hi, this is Jeff James.
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
And you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Hell yeah. Void Dead, The Virus. That was freaking cool. Jim talked through the whole song. He loved it.
Was evaluating the whole song. I like the way I could hear like 2 or 3 guitar parts at the same time versus just you can't hear really the separate guitar parts because of whatever reason. I like being able to hear the different guitar parts. It really is nice.
Yeah, the guitar in it was super cool. Good job on the mixing. Like that thunderous bass in there. Troy, that sounded super cool. Good job, guys.
Was that a keyboard at the very end of the song fading out? It almost sounded like an organ or something.
Man, I don't know what that was. And in the beginning, it sounded super cool. It had that very surreal, definitely like a horror show type thing, right?
There are so many
Very
zombie movies out now. I would think that would be a good song to play.
Yeah.
There's like hundreds of them. You know, you get on Tubi's. There's like so many zombie movies. It's crazy now.
Yeah, we love the zombie stuff. And thank you so much, Void Dead. You guys did great. We're going to have you back on in August. We're going to have you come on right after the interview with our real witch. She does crystal skull readings and demon stuff. It's going to be super, super intense. And then we'll have Void Dead come back on, introduce their song Witch, and then we'll do a featured drop for the song Witch, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that for sure.
What do you guys think out there about that, huh? And Void Dead said, thank you, Mr. Moonlight.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And very cool. Void Dead said my bass guitar and with the pedal effects. Yeah, man. Super cool. We like that a lot. So Jim has something he's going to tell you about. We did decide that we will be coming on Thursday night at 5:30. We're just going to do an hour show for the nation. We don't have an interview scheduled afterwards, but we might have some of our friends coming on. We're going to send out some invitations this week for some Zooms, and we're going to have our friends come on, and hopefully Janine Spring can jump on here and say hello to everyone.
That would be great.
So let's do that instead of doing an interview with a band or something. Let's have our fans come on. We'll send out 3 or 4 invitations, and we'll talk to them for a minute.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I like that idea.
Heck yeah. We'll just send them a Zoom kind of a link, right?
Yeah, we'll send them the link
if they
for
want
the
to come
platform.
in and give their opinions on what's going on.
So you guys out there, I see you in the comments. If you're interested, just send me a message through Facebook and let me know. And then, yeah, we'll bring you on for a couple minutes and we'll chat and see what's up in your end of town. How is that?
I think that's a good idea.
We'll chat it up. All right, so Jim, what do we have coming Sunday?
Next Sunday, we have Tommy Hutchinson.
He's from Lorraine.
Yes, he's coming to the show for an interview. Again, that's Tommy Hutchinson with music by Sacred, Inherently Sacred, Inherently Lost, Shadows Calling.
Shadows Calling.
Crypt Kicker.
Crypt Kicker, baby.
Damage Inc. I think I met
Damage
Steve
Inc.
about a week ago. Great guy. Can't wait to.
Steve, if you're out there listening, please send me the song Fallout. Want to play it on the show next week.
Who else do we have? We have True Devil.
True Devil. Playing them again. We play them third song into the rotation.
And once again, Avoid Dead. And there's, it's not one word, avoid. It's a space void. Just so you know that.
Playing you guys next week, too.
Yeah.
Playing this song again, The Virus. Got to keep getting it out there, guys. And we're going to send it to Rockstar Radio so you can get spins with that one, too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's down in North Carolina, right?
Yeah, they're on every single show. I don't know if you guys know that. Every freaking show.
Yeah, a lot of airplay. Okay, we also have Ancient Limbs, Vintage Blonde.
Ancient Limbs is Robert Brown.
Oh, okay.
Band. And hey, bro, I know you're watching the show.
Who else do we have? The Rising Fall.
Gonna play a new one by them.
Yeah, and a Voodoo Death Gun. That's
Voodoo Death Gun.
A Voodoo Death Gun. Pretty interesting there.
Cool name, right?
Huh.
Who else is on the show?
The Zack Attack.
Zack Attack.
He likes to talk about new metal happenings. He's back at 7:30, and there's a brand new Shenanay. Well, I do that. I don't know what it is yet.
No, I don't know.
Unless I could get another Elon Musk
Jesus Christ, I hope not.
segment going. They're going to shut us down, I think, if I continue with that.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, we also have a paranormal segment. Is about Robert Lockwood. Yeah, right. Lockwood. He's that blues bass player.
Awkward Lockwood.
Yeah. Junior, actually.
Junior.
Robert Lockwood Jr. I went to, they have an event every year, and a couple months ago I went to, where was that place we were talking about? But anyways, they have a yearly event, and I went, and that was pretty cool.
What was the place? You heard it here. The place. It doesn't matter.
So that's about it.
All right, so Robert Lockwood Jr. sold his soul to Satan for the riches and fames of being a blues musician. We talked about it on Loud and Local, and we're going to talk about it again on Outlaw Radio, because there's stuff I learned after I did my first story about him, I guess you would say, my investigation of Robert Lockwood Jr. So now I know a little bit more, and I want to share that with you guys. Pretty cool, right?
Yes, that is.
So.
I think I'm going to do some homework, too, on that, too.
I hope so. All right, so, Jim, how's everything with the Shenanay?
Is it Shenanay time?
Do you want it to be Shenanay time?
I don't know. It all depends if my phone is cooperating. Let's see. Yes, it is. We promised you another episode.
Hey, and before you do that, I want to change out our scenes here for a second. So we're going to go dark for a minute. Hold on one second. I want to show you everything.
Dark matter.
Dark matter. Here we go.
Boy, what a face on him.
What do you think of that one?
Although I'm not any better.
That's our buddy Elon.
Yeah.
He's rocking it. Okay, Jim. This ought to go off the rails, so let's roll with the Shenanay.
Okay, we're talking about Department of Government efficiency.
Or inefficiency, I should say.
Yeah. Actually, well, that's what they're checking for, actually, is the inefficiency of the department. I wonder if they have anything good to say. I didn't hear one good thing about...
There never is anything good.
There's got to be one thing good. Anyways, the concept of Doge emerged in a discussion between Musk and Donald Trump. And in August 2024, Trump committed to giving Musk an advisory role, with Musk accepting the offer. What do you know? Like he doesn't have enough to do. Okay.
Well, he's not doing it now, though. He's done.
I can't, he's the main engineer building those rockets and stuff. He's the number one engineer. He's not going to somebody asking what to do. He's telling everybody what to do. That's amazing to me. So anyways, Musk suggested that the organization could help to cut the U.S. federal budget, consolidate the number of federal agencies, and eliminate the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. And I think that was done, right?
Yes. Yes, it was.
And then I didn't finish that sentence. And that its final stage would be deleting itself. What's that mean? They're deleting the Department of Doge once this is done? I don't know. In January 2025, the organization was created by executive order, and Musk was designated a special government employee.
Yes, he was. And some always also said that he may have actually been the president until the president kicked his ass out.
Yeah, that was all.
He said he was wearing thin.
They would say anything. Musk is leading the organization and is he's not, he did lead the organization and is a senior advisor to the president, although his official role is not clear. Well, again, he's not doing this anymore. So
no, he's not.
To make that clear.
Past tense.
Yes. In sworn statement during a lawsuit, the director of the White House Office of Administration stated that Musk is not an employee of the U.S. Doge Service or U.S. Doge Service temporary organization, is not the U.S. Doge Service Administrator. It's a big sentence. And has no actual or formal authority to make government decisions himself.
You handled
Again,
that
this
well.
is all past tense, you know.
Yes, it is.
Trump said 2 days later that he had put Musk in charge of Doge. So, okay.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
I want to interject for a quick second. Whatever happened to Fort Knox?
It just went away, didn't it? I guess they didn't get the key, and then they're just still in the mailbox or
Trump
something.
and Elon were like, we want to see the gold. And then the cabal said, nope. And then they said, okay.
It's very strange. It's almost like somebody got to Trump or something. You better not, buddy.
The handlers.
Okay, in continuing, a federal judge has ruled that Musk acts as the de facto leader in Doge. Okay. Musk's role was in the second Trump administration, particularly in response to Doge, has attracted public backlash. You think so? Do you think there was a little of that? I remember a little, maybe just a smidgen. He was criticized for his treatment of federal government employees. He was a meanie when he was getting rid of some of them because they weren't actually working. Okay. Does that make you mean? Including his influence over the mass layoffs of the federal workforce. That enraged a lot of people.
Yeah, remember that was the big thing at the time. They were crazy about it.
A lot of them weren't even going into work. I remember reading an earlier thing about it about a month ago on the show. They were just misspending all kinds of money to do their personal stuff.
Yeah, great job.
Yes, he has prioritized secrecy within the organization and has accused others of violating privacy laws. I don't know, I guess. How about an example?
Yeah, also this is from the far left. Wikipedia.
Yeah, the far right left, actually.
Far right left.
Diane
Left, right,
Baker,
far left.
She liked that comment. The far right left.
Left, right, far left, far right.
He has prioritized secrecy within the organization and has accused others of violating. I already read that, so just for you guys with Alzheimer's, I thought I'd help you out there a little bit.
Hey, dementia patients out there, Jim's got it covered for you.
In May 2025, hey, that was just a little while ago. They're really up to date on here, aren't they? Bill Gates accused Musk of killing the world's poorest children.
Well, you know what?
Through his cuts to USAID. Well, why doesn't he prove it? And I mean, he has the funds to be able to send somebody out with a video camera to prove that there's all these killings going on right now. Or
well,
how does he? It would be nice to explain what exactly his source was for that and what he exactly means by that.
Well, I saw a YouTube short of Musk doing an interview talking about Bill Gates being a pedophile. And that's throwing some shade his way. I always laugh when we do talk about stuff on the show. If I bring up a local venue, everybody's like, "Oh no!" But then you have Musk going on there talking about Bill Gates being a pedophile.
It's jeez. Again, to repeat for you Alzheimer's people like me, Bill Gates accused Musk of killing the world's poorest children, which modeling by Boston University estimated that had resulted in 300,000 deaths by the time, most of them children. So Boston University has estimated that 300,000 people have died. Children.
Yeah.
How about...
Hey, Janine
How about a dozen? Start with a dozen and show us... Yeah. I need to know that because if that's true, that's terrible.
That's awful.
That's...
Janine Spring out there said, don't even start talking about that idiot. And then it got me thinking, that's the next Shanae, Bill Gates.
Hey!
Bill Gates. That guy is on the Epstein list. Are we allowed to say that? Speculation that he's on the Epstein list.
I thought that was a given.
Outlaw Radio's not saying that we've seen the list or know who's on the list, but speculation is that.
Okay, and this is past tense, but Musk announced that on May 28, 2025, that he would depart from the Trump administration as planned when the special government employees' 130-day deadline expired, with the White House official confirming that Musk's offboarding from the Trump administration was already underway. Well, it already is done, okay. His departure was officially confirmed during a joint Oval press conference with Trump on May 30th, 2025.
Yeah,
Sure. Is there enough of that right now?
Have you guys had enough?
Have you had enough of the old Elon Musk?
Elon Musk has ran its course, Jim. We are done with Elon. But I do like the idea of Bill Gates.
How about if we extend this? Really, there's another section. We got to talk about the feud with Donald Trump, okay? Again,
definitely.
After leaving office, Musk criticized the Trump administration's big, beautiful bill, calling it a disgusting abomination due to its provisions increasing the deficit. A feud began between Musk and Trump, with its most notable event being Musk alleging Trump had ties to sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Wow. On X, formerly Twitter, on June 5th, 2025. Trump responded on Truth Social, stating that Musk went crazy after the EV mandate was purportedly taken away and threatened to cut Musk government contracts. Well, that's why Musk is PO'd, right? Because he lost that. And they're doing really not too good now, the electric car business, from what I understand. Musk then called for a third Trump impeachment. What?
I never heard that.
Let me say that again. Musk then called for a third Trump impeachment, but they're good buddies still. The next day, Trump stated that he did not wish to reconcile it with Musk, and added that Musk would face very serious consequences if he funds Democratic far left candidates.
Far right left?
Yeah, the far right left candidates, yeah.
Okay, good.
Something like that. On June 11th,
Fantastic.
Musk publicly apologized for the tweets against Trump.
Yeah, he did.
Saying that he went too far. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember
I did
him
not
saying,
remember that.
I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry, Daddy.
Oh, it's all, I don't know. I guess we're finally done.
Are we?
Yeah.
All right, so I heard about we talked about it on the last show, the fist fight, and then Trump heard about that, and he's like, Elon's really wearing me thin. So I'll say this, though. Let me think about this for a second. So, of course, when Trump was running for presidency, because, I do support Trump. I'm a conservative. I'm more like a capitalist. But let me backtrack. When he was running for president, he made a lot of promises, just like he made a lot of promises when he ran the first time, like Mexico building the wall and stuff like that. A lot of those promises are just bullshit promises, Not a lot of it really means a lot. So I wouldn't put it past Trump to say, yeah, sure, Elon, we'll give you some subsidies and we'll help you out and all that great stuff, right?
Okay.
He may have. You don't know. And then when Trump got in the office, he was especially after Elon's attitude and the way he was acting, he was probably like, fuck this guy. This guy's crazy. Right?
Yeah,
maybe. Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly. All right. Well, great job, Jim.
Well, I guess.
Great job again with the shenanigans. You're killing it.
Thank you.
Shenanigans. Hey, you always do such a great job. All right, we're going to play a tune. I got something new for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, so this is going to be new from Crypt Kicker. We had them on last Thursday night. It was an excellent interview. Their short will be coming out as well as Brooke Marshall's short will be coming around the same time. And, okay, so this is World of Ghosts.
Okay.
Check it out.
Hey, this is Jay Jones, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio.
It's a perfect night for mystery and horror. The air itself is filled with monsters.
I'm all ears. While heaven blasts the night without, open up your pits of hell.
see my face? Why does the serpent hide from the flame? If he only can smell, does he then taste the pain? If he smells your fear, can he taste your pain? Living in a world of ghosts, come inside, I will be your host. Living in a world of ghosts. When you cry at night, do you taste a tear? When you open your eyes, do you see a million fears? If it all came clear, would you see your fate? If you could see, would you change your fate? Living in a world of ghosts, come inside, and I will be your host. Living in a world of ghosts, I'm living in a world of ghosts. Demons alone. Demons alone. I am alone. When the demons come, do you see my face? Why does the serpent hide from the flame? If he only can smell, does he then taste the pain? If he smells your fear, can he taste the pain? Living in a world of ghosts, come inside, and I will be your host. Living in a world of ghosts, I'm living in a world of ghosts. Living in this world of ghosts. This world of ghosts. I am your ghost. 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 I am your ghost.
Hi, this is Jeff James.
And this is Mr. Moonlight.
And you're listening to Outlaw Radio. Hell yeah, Crypt Kicker.
Yeah.
Living in a world of ghosts. I like that. Pretty damn cool.
Pretty good tune.
Good job with the Shanae, Jim, as well.
Well, thank you.
Always excellent. Jim does a lot of his research on Wikipedia. And you know, it's Wikipedia, far left, far right, far out.
Yeah. They're really quick with updating on that platform, aren't they? They could get something done
yes,
in
they
one
are.
day.
I do a lot of research on Wikipedia, and I really enjoy when I look up political stuff because they always add their 2 cents, Jim.
Yes, they do.
They have to make their political statement. Whatever, man.
Yes. So we had to tease them about it because everything was far right, last week in that little bit.
Which I still haven't figured out what far right means or far left. I think we should do a show one time and talk about all the different terms that the liberals have and all the different terms that they have for the conservatives because it's kind of fun.
Well, I have a shenane where I found this article that there's like 6 different types of conservatives, okay? and I still have that ready to go. And what I was going to do is I was going to describe what each different type of conservative there is. It gets pretty specific, obviously.
Oh, that's excellent.
So maybe I'll do that,
All right, very cool. All right, so guys, we're coming to the end of the show here, and I have a rant, and I want to send this out to Troy, because you also served in the military. I got to serve for the great state of Ohio, and a lot of people don't know this, and here's a little information for you, Jim. I served in a militia.
Yes, you. Oh, okay.
I served in a militia.
Well, you were in the Army, though, weren't you?
Before that, I served in a militia.
Oh, so you joined a militia on your own free will, basically,
My
right?
own free will. I was not a conscript.
And it is not the militia is not a U.S. government sanctioned organization. Is that correct? Or am
It
I
was
wrong?
actually sanctioned and from the state of Ohio, and we took our orders from the governor of Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that?
Okay, so what do they do?
Well, they are originally called the State Guard. The State Guard then became the United States Army National Guard, and then the unit that branched off from the State Guard became the Ohio Military Reserve, and they take their orders from the governor. So, guys, check this out. When the National Guard is deployed from your state, and all states have a militia, and some states even have a State Guard, okay, like the Ohio Military Reserve. So when all troops are deployed, say, they send them all to Iran, because that's where the next war is coming from, correct? Because we were pretty much right on that. When we said last week, we're going to war.
It looks that way.
It looks that way. So when they send all the National Guard and all the regular army over to Iran, the state is left undefended, so then they would activate the State Guard. And the State Guard would take over where the National Guard would take over. They have transportation units, they have MP units, they have a quartermaster company. I can't remember what else they have. They have Air National Guard units that also work with Civil Air Patrol. So, yeah, there's a whole bunch of different ones. There's Naval as well. A lot of people don't know that, right?
I didn't know that. I did
cool,
know.
right?
I know things and then I forget, though. But so
It's Alzheimer's.
So are you expecting a phone call from them, or have you retired from that?
I'm an honorable discharge.
Oh.
I have a hip replacement, and I hope to never have to serve.
You
But
might-
if World War III came to our doorstep, I would definitely pick up a rifle and defend our state.
They
for
probably
sure.
want you to come
My
in and
city.
do some office job, like.
Oh, man. Somebody asked me that the other day if I would consider. I was offered probably about 6 years ago to be a warrant officer to basically run the kitchens for the Army National Guard. And no, I turned that down.
Oh, my
It's a lot of
gosh.
work, man. A lot of work.
Yeah.
Gene said
I didn't know any of
got
this
lucky.
about you.
Yeah. We'll talk about it maybe in the interview. I'll give you some. Jim's going to be interviewing me, guys, next week, I believe, on the 22nd. Is that right? Is the 22nd next week?
I think so.
Yeah, next Sunday. Yeah, he's going to do a little interview, and so I gave him some ammunition. All right, so here we go. My rant is on the military thing going on in L.A., okay? So here we go. The presidential memorandum to approve use of U.S. armed forces against American protesters, labeling riots an act of rebellion. The Secretary of Defense may employ any other members of the regular armed forces as necessary to augment and support the protection of federal functions and property in any number determined appropriate in his discretion. That's why you'll notice that the California National Guard and the Marines are stationed around federal buildings. They're not acting as police officers. If the police ask them to help, they can go in the riot lines, which I assume they are, okay, and they can help. They're also protecting ICE because, as you guys know, when ICE goes out there and makes arrests, they're being attacked. And here's a funny one I got for you guys. I was watching the news the other day. They were doing serving a warrant on somebody that had guns or drugs or something. And then, of course, the cops all rolled up. There was like 6 or 7 of them. And then all these people started like ganging up on them and circling them. and screaming about ICE, and they had nothing to do with ICE. They were just regular cops doing regular cop jobs, serving a warrant, and they freaked out. So people are going to be freaking out at the police over dumb shit all the time. So, and that's why, they're circled around federal buildings, because that's what they were brought in to protect federal employees. All right. So it also says it doesn't cap on how many active duty troops can be deployed. No geographic restriction. It doesn't say California applies nationwide. No duration defined with the National Guard portion, which is limited to 60 days. This section has no time constraints. No judicial oversight, which we'll get to that in a minute. The Secretary of Defense, political appointee, gets to decide alone what level of force is necessary. So this sets up a legal pretext to insert active duty military into any protest areas across the country without needing to invoke the Insurrection Act. Okay? What do you think of that?
It's a lot to think about right there.
So check this out. I found this out. The president can order National Guard troops in. The Secretary of Defense, that Pete Hegseth or whatever his name is, he can order them in. The vice president has no jurisdiction over the federal troops or the state troops in any way unless he's acting as president. And that's where if Trump would have to be sick or assassinated or Vance to take over, and then he could. But only as he would be acting as president. Okay? Cool.
That is really scary. That's something that could possibly happen.
You never know. It's the crazy world we live in right now. From the San Marcos local news. If the president federalizes the National Guard, that would be a direct attack on states' rights, taking away our freedoms of assembly and speech. We can't let them take away our right to defend ourselves, too. Do you know who said that? This will blow your mind.
Well, I do, because I looked at it. Yeah,
Christine Nome in 2024 said that.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, she said that to the San Marcos News. So it just goes to show that if you're paid, you're going to go with whatever. That's why I don't trust the government whatsoever. I don't trust either side. All right, so Leland Joyce wrote, first, what is unreasonable about a president mobilizing the National Guard to protect federal property and all employees when their calls for help from the local law enforcement went unheeded? Which is true.
That's a good question.
Did you see all those federal employees in Seattle having to defend? They were trying to break into the federal building, and they only had like 6 or 7 cops, and they kept calling and calling for Seattle police to come, and they wouldn't send them. And then they finally send out like 6 or 7 cops to go out there.
Wow.
That's why.
I just don't know.
That's why the president stepped in. And plus, I also heard that the LA police were actually calling the president and being like, we need help. The only people that said that they didn't need help was New Scum and that other chick, the mayor, Barry.
Yeah, she has quite a history, doesn't she? Going way back.
Big old blueberry. Okay, so Tony Pitamali from Anti-QAnon wrote this. By any standard of democratic governance, the President of the United States ordering troops into a sovereign state against the will of its governor is a flashing red light. But under Donald Trump's second term, in just another day, in exclusive reporting from San Francisco Chronicle, we know that 4,000 California National Guard troops are sleeping on concrete floors in Los Angeles, many without enough food, water, or even clear directives. Now I'm going to tell you something. That's a total fucking lie. I served. I know how it goes down. If you're in a rapid response team or a QRST, which is quick response security team, or any fast rapid deployment unit, they're going to send you within 24 hours. Soldiers have MREs. We always have food on us, man. We have canteens, so we have water, okay? These people are so freaking stupid. We have canteens, man. It's part of your uniform. Liquid, water, we have that, okay? And we have MREs. And it is true. We do sleep on concrete floors. I've slept on many floors. Soldiers are used to that shit. Soldiers sleep in foxholes, man, during war. They slept in the desert on the ground. Troy, help me out with this, bro. Tell them it's true. How many times did you sleep on the ground? It's just a fact. They had to deploy those guys so fast into L.A., they probably didn't have beds for them. I'm sure they got beds now. Have you guys seen all the chow halls they have for these guys? I just hate when people talk and they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
They pretend that they don't care about them. They're just finding a way to complain about Trump. I care so much about them now. Yeah, you don't give a crap.
Also, they have no directives. Do you guys know how the military works? And Troy will tell you this. Man, when you're a soldier, let's say you're a private, okay, in the military, the corporal is telling you what to do. The sergeant is telling the corporal what to do, and then he's telling you what to do. And then the first sergeant is telling the sergeant. The guy above the first sergeant is the command sergeant major. He's telling the first sergeant and the staff sergeants what they're supposed to do. Then you have the lieutenants, the young guys that just graduated from West Point or wherever, right? They're telling the command sergeant major what to do, but in all honesty, the command sergeant major is telling these young lieutenants what to do, okay? But they don't let you know that. That makes it look like the lieutenants are telling. Okay? Then you have the chain of command. The chain of command works from the top to the bottom. There is no point when you go into any situation that you don't know your directives. You know. You know everything, bro. It's so stupid that they say this stuff. They're just so freaking dumb. All right, so they just love all the lies and bullshit propaganda that radical left spews like jizz from their rabid mouths like ravenous wolves. Acting like sheep. That's my take.
What did you... You didn't say jizz, did you?
Jizz.
Jizz?
Yeah, the radical left spews jizz.
Oh, that's...
From their rabid mouths.
Oh, boy, that's really graphic there.
That was great, right?
That'll be on your tombstone.
Yeah, my tombstone. Right underneath Snail Trail.
Yeah.
That's the one I taught Jim the other day.
That's so nasty.
It is nasty. All right, so because Donald Trump, in what legal experts are calling an abuse of executive power, forcibly deployed them to suppress largely peaceful demonstrations without the consent of Governor Gavin Newsom. Don't worry, the Marines are mostly peaceful too. So this guy, Tony Pitamali, is a political analyst and a commentator for Fighting for Democracy, Economic Justice, and Social Equality. Follow him for sharp analysis and hard-hitting critiques on Facebook and Blue Sky. Because he left X, because Blue Sky's the new thing. So his thing is at TonyWritesHere.bsky.social. Feel free to write him if you want. Or tell him he's an idiot. Whichever you want to do. It's up to your discretion. All right, so from Politics Stack Exchange, this came out May 19th of 2022. The Constitution placed all executive power in the hands of the president and makes the president commander-in-chief. Article 2. Okay? Then, Jim, check this out. The ruling from the 9th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals landed mere hours after U.S. District Judge Charles Breyer ordered the president to return control of the troops to Governor Gavin Newsom. We have rogue liberals with zero authority to rule over a sitting president.
Was he trying to be a king at that moment when he did that? I'm going to be a king for the day and tell Trump what to do.
Trump just laughed at him, man. He was like, I don't think so.
Yeah, really.
He just had one of many thousands of attorneys call over there and was like, no, this isn't going to apply. So my synopsis is this. The summer of love is long forgotten. I fear that with paid agitators, it only takes that one person to start shooting to ignite a civil war. Be warned, this is just the beginning of our decline. Wars are coming, as we're already in bed with Israel. We're probably going to be going to war in Iran, which is a huge mistake because Russia just jumped in. I don't know if you saw this. Right before he went live, Russia said, don't think about it, USA. Not going to happen. And China's already saying shit, okay? So with wars coming and peace on earth with the possibility of ascension is kind of dwindling away. So God help us all. Well, maybe not help all of us because Maxine Waters is a freaking lunatic.
But her wig makes her look so hot, though.
I saw this picture of her dressed as Mad Max, and it said Road Toad.
Oh, boy. Snail Trail.
Are you still talking about Snail Trail?
I had to.
Jim's like, Jeff.
You can't do that.
That is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. I was like, yeah, she slipped off her bar stool and it left a snail trail.
Oh, my God. That's so gross. I apologize to everyone out
It's your fault. You said it, man.
Hygiene. That's all I got to say. Hygiene.
Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry, Diane. I'm vulgar and disgusting human being. What do you expect?
From men.
Yeah. What do you expect from men? Jizz foaming mouths. Ravenous wolves dressed as sheep clothing. I can't speak. All right, so it's been a good show, man.
You know?
Always is.
It's Father's Day today, right?
Yes, happy Father's Day to all you fathers. And all the guys out there that don't know your fathers. Happy Father's Day.
I've been holding this up throughout the show, and I'm trying to... You know what this is? I got this gift from Brooke today. It came in the mail, not the U.S. mail.
Turn it around and put it right in front of the camera. The other way. Show the front of it because it looks like a stereo.
It looks like a radio or a stereo. And it's a pick holder. See the picks there?
Guitar pick holder.
4 picks. So this is a pick holder. So I have my picks laying all over the place. So
and that was a gift from Brooke?
Yeah. From
Thanks.
Brooke. From
Daddy, I love you.
From Brooke's family. All of them. So I really like this.
Yeah.
See, I could just do that.
He put his guitar picks in here. Now, now I'm going to make a bet with Jim.
Kind of neat.
Within the week, he's going to lose that.
And
he won't have the picks.
You know, I couldn't find any of my picks a couple days ago. What the heck happened to the picks? Well, obviously, you lift up the cushion to the couch, and they're all there, you know, and about 20 cookies and, you know, stuff. You have to vacuum that every week.
Hey, man, when I played in the band, I always had picks on me, like, all the time. And I find it really disgusting. Now I'll be out, I'll, like, go somewhere, and there'll be a guitar, and I'll put my hand in my pocket and be like, no, I forgot a guitar pick.
What's that 1.88 millimeter? Is that pick? I love that the best. And, you know, Guitar Center, they don't have them. For a year, they don't have them. I go in there, and they could care less. I'm not going there anymore.
I'll tell you the best guitar picks I like. Snarling Dogs have the best guitar picks.
Oh, well.
There was a time that I wanted to be like sponsored by Snarling Dogs, but they didn't do it.
I'll have to write that down because that would be a good gift for me to give you for Christmas, a pick.
Diane said we're filthy heathens.
Are we?
Although, Diane, I've hung out with you, so I kind of feel like you're just as heathenistic as we are. And Dave said, nice gift. That's Dave Polizzi.
Oh, hi, Dave. A nice gift, the pick. Oh, this thing.
One.
It really is. It's so cute. I think
he's going to lose that. You know that.
Made in China.
China.
See that?
China. Remember that from the first term? Everybody was like,
they don't fall out either because they're kind of in the squishy stuff and it keeps them in tight.
It's because it was made in China.
I'm talking about picks, not anything else.
Oh, God. It's a snail trail.
You're disgusting.
My mom's at home watching this right now.
Oh, is she?
Oh, my God. I love you, Mom. Diane Baker says the Hungarian curse.
Is what? The Hungarian curse.
I love paprika. Okay. All right. So next Sunday, of course, we have Tommy Hutchinson coming on the show. He's a acoustic performer in Lorraine County. We know him through a whole bunch of our friends, and we want to have him come on. He's just starting out in the music scene, so I thought it would be cool to have somebody that's just starting to get out there. And then maybe what we'll do is, for like 5 years from now, interview him again and ask him how things are going.
If I'm still alive, yeah.
I hope so, Jim.
I hope so, too.
You'll only be 92.
Yeah, really.
All right. So on next Sunday's show, we have new music by Sacred, Inherently Lost new music by Shadows Calling, Crypt Kicker, Damage Incorporated, True Devil, Avoid Dead, Ancient Limbs, Vintage Blonde, The Rising Fall, Voodoo Death Gun, The Zack Attack is back, New Shanae, and Old Shanae. Paranormal segment is about Robert Lockwood Jr. We'll also see you on Thursday because we're going to come on at 5:30 and do a different type of show.
It's just an hour.
Just an hour. 5:30 I think is a good time. Drive time. Right?
Yeah, so we're at 2 hours today. And
We're at 2 hours
a lot of
right
the
now.
times we go 3 hours, but I'm glad it's not going to be that long today.
I thought today was a great show.
It was. Doesn't need to be long to be good, women. Remember that.
I would like to thank everyone that came onto the show today. Mary, thank you so much. Matt Gutka, The Rising Fall, Diane Baker, Dave Polizzi.
Who else?
I'm just going through the whole list, and you guys left so
Michael
many
Gill
comments.
from Montana, Brian McCabe, Spokane. I mean, why do I always
He
do
did.
the E?
He did the Spokane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spokane.
Kim Ladusky, right? King Ern, Void Dead. Thank you so much for doing the interview today. You guys freaking rock. Janine Spring. We also had. I have to go through the list, Jim. Brian McCabe, right?
Yeah, I said that
Luke
about
Sanders
30 seconds ago.
and Brian McCabe. Cindy Goldecker and Brian McCabe.
Brian McCabe.
Brian McCabe. Brian McCabe. Brian McCabe.
And
Okay.
whose birthday is it today?
Brian McCabe.
No, Matt Gutka.
Oh, yeah, of course it's Matt Gook's birthday.
Yes.
It's his birthday every day.
Yes. He's one of the lucky ones.
Diane Baker just had a birthday. Jim Bellinger had a birthday not too long ago. And also, I forget to mention this every time we're on the show here, is that you have a show July 5th, Sacred Vortex. It's nothing but
me,
Jim.
Yes.
For 10
Originals
straight hours.
and covers.
Yeah.
And some requests, too.
And Diane said, wicked cool show. Thank you so much. We had a great time doing it this week. We're excited about next week. It's going to be lots of fun. We have tons of music next week, so there's not going to be a lot of talking. We're trying this radio thing, man. We were told that we need to play more music, but we'd like to talk, right?
A little bit of both.
Get it out there. Okay. Got one song left.
Okay.
All right, so guys, thank you so much. We've been Outlaw Radio. We'll see you Thursday at 5:30, and then we'll see you on Sunday again for our Outlaw Radio show. This is 12 Gauge Confessional. This song is called Liar, and this is dedicated to someone very special, Maxine. You have a great night. We're Outlaw Radio.
See ya. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Fight today, gonna hide today.